What's up, everyone? Welcome to Cracka. I'm going to do a very small review, but I'm also going to show you some more stuff that I'm getting ready to pack up. Not all of it, but most of a couple things I've decided I'm going to keep out because they're pretty solid, and I don't think they're really going to break unless you nail it with a sledgehammer. Um, Before I get into my quick review, I want to show this is what the poster actually looked like that I talked about in my previous episode. It looked exactly like that, except there was a blacklight poster. And it kicked a lot of ass, and I've never been able to find it since. I've checked eBay, I've checked stores, nobody ever has it, so what can I tell you? I got the book, it reminds me of it. Whatever. On to review, and then I'm going to get into some stuff. Some rants and some statues and all sorts of cool stuff. Got a chance to read the first X-Men number 5. This actually was a pretty cool little mini-series that I enjoyed. What's interesting about this one is Sabretooth is in love with this girl here who calls herself Holo. She basically has, like, makes you think what she wants you to think, like hologram kind of thing. She projects like an hologram image. That's pretty realistic, I guess. Sometimes it even fools Wolverine. He's trying to figure out, he's like, wait a minute. But they invade like a government sentinel base kind of thing. And this thing here, they call him Virus. He's one of the bad guys. He basically attaches himself to you and turns you into like his puppet kind of thing. Like he makes you do what he wants you to do. And the problem is when he attaches himself to somebody, the reason he calls himself Virus is that the body doesn't last that long because he burns them out. He attaches himself to Sabretooth and finds out that Sabretooth has a healing factor. So he's like, oh, good. You know, I can have you permanently as my mount, he calls them. I was like, because your body can take it. He's like, you know, it doesn't burn out like everybody else. Then he makes Sabretooth kill his girlfriend, Holo, whatever you want to call her. And Wolverine kills, doesn't technically kills the guy, I guess, Virus, whatever it is. And he orders everybody out of the base because it's pretty much coming down. Like all these Sentinels are activating and, all this stuff. And he tells everybody just to get the hell out. And Sabretooth winds up killing his girlfriend with his own claws. And turns around and blames Wolverine, even though Wolverine really had nothing to do with it. But anyway, later on, you find out that nobody survived the Sentinel base attack. Like all the kids that he had with him were killed. They never made it out. So he winds up. Well, before that, actually, you see Sabretooth grabbing his girlfriend and running out of the base with her. And she projects an image that he winds up saving her, and they wind up having a happy life together. And they buy a house, they have kids, and then they grow old, and they're sitting on a porch, rocking back and forth. And she turns to him and says, "This is what I want you to always remember about me, but you have to wake up now." And then he opens his eyes, and he never saved her. She basically died at the side of the road, and none of that ever happened. And like he flips out, like I said. And later on, you see Wolverine at a bar drinking, and waitress comes over and says, "I think you had enough. You drank enough to kill a small army." He's like, "No." He's like, "It's never enough." He's like, "It doesn't affect me," and whatever. And Sabretooth walks in, and gives the waitress like a whole thing of money and says, "This man drinks. They're on me. He drinks as much as he wants. Give him as many as he wants. It's all on me." And then grabs Wolverine by the neck and says, whenever you have somebody you care about, he's like, "I'm going to be there to destroy them," and walks out. And Wolverine tries to go after him and stumbles out of the bar, and the Weapon X program shows up, and the whole thing starts with that, which is pretty cool how they linked it. And then at the end page, you see Xavier putting a sign on his school saying Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. So it was interesting. Very interesting. I liked it. Nice little series. Now, on to a book that a lot of people hate, but this one I actually really enjoyed. The first two, I was like, it's not bad. It's boring. Same thing. What the hell's going on? But this is Cable and the X-Force number 3. And they basically just start really getting into like the war. But the one thing I'm going to show you that makes this awesome, that I really thought was really cool, is Forge winds up getting captured by this lady they're trying to just stop from doing something with like this meat thing or whatever it is. She owns like a fast food thing that's like tainted meat that can kill people and all this crap. And it starts like a Sentinel war and all these things. But Forge gets captured by these, she has like robot guards. And it shows how Forge actually sees things. Like, I guess, like, his mutant power. As you can see, the robot is all in, like, a weird-looking color. And he's looking at it, and as he's looking at it, it comes up, I guess, like, with all these things that he sees. It says design for unprotected power converter, susceptible to simple blunt force, potential system failure after blunt force 95%. And on the next page, she basically kicks the guy in the armor right where it's. I'll get used to this camera. Right where he knew it was weakened, and knocks him completely out. I just thought it was awesome. Like, that's just cool how they finally showed how like Forge sees things, like how his mutant power actually works. Very cool. Very cool indeed. I like that one. A lot of people hate it, but I'm actually excited to see what the next one looks like. Now, before we get into some of the other stuff I wanted to show you, I wanted to have a quick little discussion about Midtown. I was watching Cali Collectibles video, which is really cool, and he was discussing how he got some more books in the mail and they were all bent and shot, which that's why Midtown blows. I sent him a comment. Well, if he's watching, I sent you a comment. You'll read them. Basically, Midtown, man, when you order like 3 or less, or even 4 or less of comics, they send you that crappy little envelope, and there's no protection for that thing. I mean, I live in New York, and if I order like 1 or 2 comics from them, it's the same thing. It always comes like crumpled, because they don't give a shit. It's cheaper that way, and they just do it. To their defense, which they're getting 1 defense, and that's it. I actually, good job with sending them a video. I never thought to do that, though. That's a pretty cool idea. But anyway, to their defense, my latest amount of shipments that I've been getting from them, I've been getting a lot, like more than 6 or 7 books, and they send it in this box. You know, it's a regular cardboard box, nothing really special about it. But the one difference is they line the entire box with bubble wrap. So the whole bottom is covered in bubble wrap. They put the books in the regular bag they have, and then put that in an envelope, and then put that into the bubble wrap and wrap it with bubble wrap, and then seal it. So that's their one defense. If you order a lot of comics, they send it to you in a big box with bubble wrap. Other than that, though, they suck. I saw you got the Midtown Superior Spider-Man, and it's all bent. It really sucks, man. I got a sore spot for that because I had ordered that months in advance before it came out, and ordered it, bought it, paid for it, and then the week I was supposed to get the shipment, they sent me a notice, which I've discussed before, saying that they didn't have it. They miscalculated how many they had, and all this crap. And I was one of the lower people that ordered it, I guess, late or something, whatever it is, even though it was months in advance. But they suck ass. That's why I'm done with them. Once I get I should be getting a shipment tomorrow, I'm hoping, and then I get one more shipment, and then I'm done with them completely. I'm not bothering because they piss me off way too much. Alrighty. Another thing that was cool, Gene Paul, Ace Peter. Check out their latest video. It was actually pretty cool. Very good idea, showing the comic book community as like an index. Very interesting. I thought it was cool. But moving on. Some stuff that's going to be getting packed and some stuff that might be sticking around. This I'm going to pack. I mean, it's not like it's going to get broken, but I just figured I'd pack it up just in case. My fiance got this for me for our first anniversary in 2002, I believe. Yeah. It's a case. It's from X-Men the movie. But you really can't see the X. Oh, there we go. Well, kind of. You can kind of see the X. There we go. From X-Men the movie. And what it is, you open it up, and it's got a certificate of authenticity. X-Men the movie world premiere July 14th, 2000. This document certifies that this X-Men watch is an exclusive limited edition issue produced by blah blah blah. It is further certified to be one of limited edition box sets of the specific issue with the original handwritten signature of Stan Lee. Yeah, it's actually signed by Stan Lee, which is pretty cool. It's in pen, so that's actually cool. And it's a nice little, can't see it too well with the glare, I don't want it falling out, but it's an X-Men watch. It's got a pin up here, little brochure about it, and it's cool. Very, very awesome. I was shocked when I got this. I was like, man, that thing must have cost a freaking fortune. Number 1, Stan Lee's autograph, and 2, it's a nice watch. Moving on, because I'm a huge Green Goblin fan, this I'm actually afraid is going to get broken. Even though it's like, I don't think it's cheaply made, but I don't want to get it destroyed. It's a Green Goblin metal figure kind of thing in a plastic case. It's really cool. Like I said, I'm a Green Goblin fan, so that appeals to me. And something that might be sticking around. I don't think I'm gonna actually pack it because it weighs a ton and it's pretty solid. I gotta dust it though. And like I said, I'm a Green Goblin fan. It's actually a Green Goblin bust. Friggin' huge. The one cool thing about this is that um, they made a couple of them, not many, but each one they made was totally different than the other. Like this one particularly, the way it looks, if you put it next to another one, it might have a different color pouch, different color eyes. None of them were the same, so that's kind of cool. So you kind of got a one of a kind piece, even though it's the Green Goblin, and you can see these anywhere. Like I said, each one was different, and I actually busted my ass for this thing. Uh, I actually had to when I wasn't working at a comic store. I was actually working um, with my father actually in his construction company. I went to the comic store and they had this thing, and I'm like, oh my god! I was like, that thing's awesome, and it was like $200. And I'm like, oh my god! I was like, I'm never gonna be able to get that, because it was $200 when my I think it was like 16 or 17. It was $200. It was expensive, and of course I knew like I said, it was at Bailey's. I knew the owner and everybody because I was, yeah, the whole story. So I asked him, I was like, is there any way you could put that to the side for me? And he was kind of like, I just got it in, and it's definitely gonna sell. And so I put $60 down. I was like, can you hold it for me? I'll give you $60, and I'll be back in like a couple of days, and I'll pick it up. Which he wasn't too happy about because he wanted it sold, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I was like, not like I don't want to buy it. I was like, I just don't have $200. So I went to my father. I was telling him, I was like, yeah, it's a statue. I was like, he's gonna wind up selling it. I know it. And I was like, I really wanted to get it. So my father kind of lent me the money. I went back the same day and picked it up, and I had to kill myself for my father with construction for like a couple of weeks. About a month, just busting my ass doing, just doing the grunt work. Lifting the heavy stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, yeah. So I worked very hard for this thing. Moving on. It's actually one of my prized possessions because I work so hard for the damn thing, but I just think it's cool. This is another thing I had gotten from a mock time when they first had their original address, and this was $300. Actually, no, I think it was a little cheaper. I think it was like $200. It's a model of Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider, that this guy put together. Very, very cool. He actually added a lot of stuff. As you can see here, giant boobs. Definitely needs to get dusted. It sucks because it's actually falling apart. The base is actually coming apart. I'm gonna have to try to re-glue it because she's actually swaying back and forth. So I'm actually putting this away because it's very, very fragile, and I don't want it to get broken, and I actually want to fix it before it completely gets destroyed. Another thing, game related, Splatterhouse mask, little statue. I got this when I got the game. I got it for free actually. They gave it away when you bought the special edition, which was I think maybe like $10 more than the regular thing, and like the game only cost like $40. So it was like a normal price game. So another thing that's probably just gonna pack it because just want the room. My Wolverine mug. Very, very cool. Then I have the same guy that did the Venom artwork that I showed you. This guy did right in front of me a Wolverine, John Herbert. He drew this up, signed it. Very, very cool. He's like, oh, what do you like? I was like, oh, I like Wolverine. He's like, hang on a second. Only cost $5, so that was pretty damn cool. This frame just I thought it was interesting, and I just like how they did it. The Daily Bugle, they gave this away for free when Captain America died. Captain America assassinated. Just kind of framed it, put it up. I just like the fact that it was Daily Bugle. I actually have something else I gotta take down. Actually, yeah, take that out. What the hell? From the Gotham Gazette. Massive quake rocks Gotham. Very, very cool. This, I can't remember what the guy's name was, but he did this. It's an original print. And he actually signed it on the bottom. Can't see it too well in the glare. Whoop, there we go. But it's Wolverine as his Weapon X thing. Very cool. Gonna make a mess. Tinfoil. Alright. These two items I had gotten from my friends. They got for me for Christmas. when The Dark Knight came out. Very, very cool. It's like a 3D Joker. Kind of moves. Very, very cool. And it's another one. If you got a problem with clowns, you might want to look away, but this one's actually really cool. I never took it out of its thing. It's he's behind all the clowns, his gang members. Very cool. That's why I put it away. I don't want them to get destroyed or anything. And last but not least, which is another thing I don't want to see get completely messed up, because I got it for Christmas. My fiance's mother got it for me because she knows how I'm a fan. It's a Batman bobblehead from the I think from the Dark Knight. Yep, Dark Knight. Very, very cool. Where was the other cat going? Swear to me, furball. Oh, Batman gets angry. Anyway. That'll pretty much do it for the very small amount of stuff that I'm packing away. Like I said, I'm going kind of slow. I'm taking my time. Plus, I ran out of packing tape, so that was a problem. And I went to the store, got more packing tape. Then I ran out of bubble wrap. Had to get more of that. And I was like, you know what? I should really make a list before I go back out, because I'm just wasting time. I'm like, oh, I come back and I'm missing something else. I'm like, I got to get more boxes. So it's going very, very slow, but it's going. And I thank everyone for watching, taking the time to watch this stuff. It might be boring or whatever, but I like the stuff, and some people out there like this stuff. Like I said, I should get a shipment tomorrow. I'm hoping. So I'll have some new comics to show. I ordered a lot of back issues, so I'm hoping they come in too, on top of the new stuff. And then, of course, I'll have probably a whole bunch more of stuff to pack to show you. Anyway, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Comment away. Love the comments, questions, whatever you want. Go nuts. And it's not the size of your man kid that matters. It's what you have in it. Later.